Biakwaba. Si Edmu ran 70 Yedmura and 70 and a parliament a debate over the 2025 budget na a finance minister honorable Atufos in the Kotuja parliament no. Now during the debate na NPP MP I friend Patrick Boamah okura wa asem seat a winnie asem no court yan solve nwe wosa edinsem hunu tutudwa e parliament honorable Patrick Boamah our NPP MP didn't send me to just say a parliament invite Professor Nana Jane our the vice president Embra parliament na ome debate budget na a honorable Atufos in the two because on a year in charge of like economy. Usually in Ghana, the vice president is in charge of like managing the economy. Only in charge of managing the economy. Young friend Embra parliament na omekasa because according to honorable Patrick Boamah MPP for no omonte Professor Nana Jane can sense or by a vice president no and honorable Isaac Adongo. A soligina and naso na momenti reply or the honorable Patrick Boamah MPP MP. And I find your mark in the MPP for more parliament or maintain some honorable Isaac Adongo edituja.
Yes, honorable Patrick Boamah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Speaker, looking at the chamber, it's very important that next week, Tuesday, the debate commences in earnest. And not raising quorum. Now, we know you will not succeed. Mr. Speaker, let me refer you to the time allotment for the budget debate on paragraph 3. And I'm reading that in conjunction with Article 111 of the Constitution. I don't know if you have yours with you. With your kind permission, I'll quote Article 111 of the Constitution. The Vice President or a member or a minister or a deputy minister who is not a member of Parliament shall be entitled to participate in the proceedings of Parliament and shall be accorded all the privileges of a member of Parliament except that he is not entitled to vote or to hold an office in Parliament. Mr. Speaker, I realized that a business committee has made allocation for ministers of state, leaving out the Vice President of the Republic, who has been very, very quiet. It will be very, very important to see her in action on the floor, debate the President's economic and financial policy, especially having been a former Minister for Education. It will be very important for her to be here to articulate the policy decision of His Excellency President Mahama. Mr. Speaker, so I want the Business Committee to amend this and have a time allotment for Her Excellency the Vice President, Professor Jenna Anopoku-Agyeman, to be here and debate the President's budget, since she's the first female Vice President of this country to come and participate, because she's closed under the Constitution to participate, Mr. Speaker. We want her to be here. She's been accorded all the advices, from the former party chairman, Sofo Sampofo is in her office. My constituent, Alex Segwefia, is there. Mr. Pratt. So,
Honorable Patrick Boamah, ordinarily, I wouldn't engage in this exercise. But because you are a lawyer, let's take a second look at Article 111 and read the second line, read in between the second line. Well, read all, but concentrate.
I read the entire 111.
Yes. He said the person shall be entitled.
Yes. So we are inviting her.
Entitlement.
We are inviting her.
We're talking about entitlement.
And I made an application to you to ask the Business Committee to invite her and amend the time allotment, the Speaker.
So
that it's an invitation.
Honorable Patrick Boamah.
Decide to accept the invitation.
Honorable Patrick
Boamah. She has the right to participate
So
in every proceeding of the House.
by your understanding of Article 111, you mean to say if the business statement did not expressly state that she is entitled to come and participate, though the constitutional provision is very clear, she cannot come and do so if she so desire? Is that the interpretation you are putting on the Constitution?
Mr. Speaker, it's an invitation. And I'm making that application to the Business Committee that she's entitled under the Constitution of Ghana to participate in all proceedings. It's an invitation, Mr. Speaker. She can accept it or refuse it.
Honorable Patrick Boamah, will you take a cue from the chair? Yes, Honorable
Mr. Speaker,
Isaac Adongo.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much for the opportunity. Only a few days ago, they were sitting on this side of the House. A few weeks ago, you were sitting here, and you were programming business committee meetings. Did you program the Vice President then to appear in this House, or he was not entitled? Or you assume that he was not appearing here and nodding of his head constituted participation? Unfortunately, the Vice President has very busy things to do. She doesn't want to come and be nodding her head. But if you say she has been very quiet, we cannot force you to listen to her. But yesterday, I listened to her, and many other Ghanaians listened to her. But you can refuse not to hear. If you, in the chamber, at the appropriate time, if she needs to be here, she will be here. But we are taking a cue from His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Boamah. She never appeared here. He only appeared here to nod the head. We never heard him in the Hansard. We have never heard him in the Hansard. And the Hansard does not capture nodding of head. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, thank you for the opportunity. And let me commend my colleague opposite me for...
Honorable members, the background noise is too much.
Mr. Speaker, again, thank you for the opportunity, and let me commend my colleagues opposite me for putting together the business statement, which was ably presented to us this morning. Mr. Speaker, I'm also happy that this morning I've seen the majority in their numbers. Yesterday, you recall, I drew the attention of the House to their frequent absence in this chamber, making the work of their whips difficult. I'm happy that this morning they have come in, and I pray that they stay to do government business. It's not the work of the whip to be whipping you into the chamber. Jubilee is not an extension of Parliament. So it is good. It is good. It doesn't matter. We are dealing with government side. So it's good you have reported today. Mr. Speaker, that said, yesterday we heard of the sacking of IGP Dampare. We heard that the president has sacked. Related to this matter, on the road leading to the Jubilee House, we know that the Minister for Greater Accra promised us that our light will be on, the street light will be on. Mr. Speaker, it's not good for the security of the presidency if the entire route leading to the office of the president is so dark. And this is in the heart of the city. It is worrying. So I would plead that the leader of government business programs the Minister for Greater Accra to come and assure this House of the steps she is taking to address the situation. We need sufficient street lights in the city, particularly so in the area where the seat of government is located. So that is my second prayer to the leader of government business, to include this in the business for the ensuing week. Mr. Speaker, that said, there were a number of issues that the Minister, leader of government business, assured us on last week. This Ablekuma North situation, where the EC has told the whole country that they are done with their work. What they need is sufficient security. Mr. Speaker, this matter was raised on this House floor. The understanding was that there was going to be some engagement, and the leader of government business will report to us. The week has passed, nothing has been heard. So as a follow-up, can the deputy leader take this matter up for the ensuing week? Because, Mr. Speaker, this is supposed to be a 276 member chamber, and if for the first time in the history of our politics we are in the 3rd month or even 4th month after election and we still have one constituency still outstanding, I think we must bring a closure to this matter, especially so when
Honorable Majority Chief Whip, I will give you the floor after he's done. Honorable Majority Chief Whip, Honorable Majority Chief Whip, I will give you the floor after he's done. Honorable Minority Leader, you have the floor. Honorable Minority Leader, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, what is happening is not good for our democracy. We are in this together as one big family. We've had elections. That constitutional body responsible has issued a public statement to the effect that it is done with its work, and upon taking steps to make a declaration, some hoodlums, some thugs interrupted and vandalized their property and threatened their very lives. And they've been calling for enhanced security to enable them bring closure to the matter in Ablekuma North. Mr. Speaker, we raised this as the people's representatives, and the leader of government business was to make a follow-up, engage his colleague, the Interior Minister, and the IGP, and for that matter, the Election Security Task Force. Although the former one, the one who was just dismissed. Very well, it's okay. Mr. Speaker, though the IGP has been dismissed by President Mahama, it doesn't matter. It's still the police administration.
And the second issue to do with the budget statement, we don't actually require, and my honorable brother knows so well, he's been in the House for a while, that we don't require budget estimate to actually carry out a workshop or to do a debate. But as we do know, once we start the debate on the issue of allotment, I think the allotment was done carefully by the committee to make sure that honorable members get the opportunity to make a contribution.
we are quite a number here, and therefore we are working also within time constraints. So we have to make sure that each person who chooses to speak gets the opportunity to do so. So I think it is fair, but as the debate goes on, we will look at it. People may speak less or more, but I think that can be done when the debate is actually going on. Now, I'm not sure what the minority leader wants me to say.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, with respect, my respected colleague will bear me out that in making my submissions, I said I didn't want to overload him, so he should respond to them. I said so. Hansard will bear me out, and he knows I won't mislead the House. I said I wanted him to take those ones. Then when he's done, because I acknowledge the fact that colleagues had asked some other questions prior to mine. I've been in that hot seat before. When you overload it, it's a problem. So at least he should answer, then we come back. Mr. Speaker, I won't make your work difficult. I'm left with two issues that I wanted him to finish. Then we close it.
Well, Minority Leader, what I know is that we allow your back to make comment on the business statement. Then when you get to your turn, from you, opportunity is given to the majority side. Then after that, the business statement is adopted. And that was what exactly we did. We took comments behind you, and we got to your turn. You've also made your comment, and I have the business statement adopted.
Mr. Speaker, not to disturb your ruling, let him take note of these two so that he knows what to do. Mr. Speaker, respectfully, I did not raise a constitutional issue under Article 45. I didn't raise a constitutional issue, and it's important that Hansard captures this, because all that the EC is calling for is security. So that is the point I raised. The issue, the second and the final issue on this rising has to do with what Honorable Boamah brought up earlier. Mr. Speaker, the government has presented to us its budget statement. Who is the chair of the economic management team? Is it a vice chair, vice president, or somebody else? We want to know. Mr. Speaker, I rest my case.
Honourable members, I believe strongly some issues definitely are not matters for consideration in the business statement. Honourable members, the business statement as adopted still stands. Honourable members, the next item is item number 7.